Are we ready for some?
I'm happy about it.
Are we ready for some Message Board Maniacs?
Oh, yes.
We are talking coaching blunders this week. We've got two fan bases. We've got Texas A&M and we've got Miami. In one really mad fan base at the fact that they're paying their head coach $10 million a year to consistently make poor choices on the field. And another really mad fan base, probably not calling for their coach's head, but baffled at the fact that we just saw one of the worst mistakes in the history of football this Saturday.
Honestly, if I'm Miami, I'm calling for his head.
Let's start with Texas
ridiculous.
A&M. Texas A&M, to address the comments, first of all, you've got one comment here talking about exiting fanhood. I'm not an alumni. I don't need to be a fan of this team. I'm done. College football fans, you don't mean that. Don't do that. After that, we've got some serious talks in this chat here about actual possible replacements for Jimbo Fisher. And some names that are being thrown around. You got Mike Elko, Duke's head coach. Really love that option. You've got Dan Lanning, Oregon. And you've got that Florida State head coach as well, Mike Norvell. Three very interesting options. I don't like Dan Lanning going to Texas A&M. Mike Norvell, however, and your Duke head coach, I really like those options. But let's talk about why Texas A&M fans are mad.
Texas A&M going to try to poach another Florida State head coach?
Yep, that'd be back-to-back.
It would be back-to-back.
Texas A&M obviously throws the game away on late turnovers. You were up 17-7, I believe. Late in the third quarter, you threw a pick. You threw a pick in scoring range, and from there, Alabama never looked back. Beyond that,
never looked back.
Jimbo tied at 17-7, elects to punt on 4th and 1 in plus territory. You're playing Alabama.
Genius.
That is ridiculous.
Genius.
Elects to kick a field goal down 9 on 4th and 1 at about the 38-yard line just to give Alabama the ball back so they can run the clock out. That's where you get your 26-20 finish. Why? What are we doing?
It sounds like the college football world just needs a lot of Dan Campbells. They need coaches that are willing to do what they need to do to win football games.
He was out of timeouts at that point where they kicked that field goal as well. So at that point, you kick that field goal, it's a 6-point game. You have to get an onside. Why are you not? I don't get it.
I think Jimbo Fisher is not evolving with the game as well as we all thought he might.
No,
I don't want to be the person to say that, but at A&M, they have had little to no success since Jimbo has gotten to A&M. It's sad to say, it's sad to see, but damn, man.
Jimbo might be one of those guys to early retire.
I honestly, it wouldn't be a bad idea because, I think they need some fresh blood.
Yeah.
A&M looks old, stagnant.
Here's the thing.
Not what you like to see.
Here's the thing. You cannot get rid of Jimbo Fisher because who in that donor circle is scraping together $70 million as a buyout to pay this dude to get out of here? You don't have just cause to fire him. You're not getting rid of him. You've got 7 more years of this guy, paying him $10 million to squander games. Texas A&M fans, I am sorry. I wouldn't be too optimistic if I were you guys either, because I'm going to be honest with you. This year was their chance to win that SEC West. This was their chance to win that division. I don't think they're beating Georgia, but this is your chance to go to that championship game. Take that next leap. You take that next leap. Guess what? You out-recruit Bama next season, win the West 2 years in a row. All of a sudden, you're closer to competing. You squandered it. You lost your opportunity there. Miami fans. Surprisingly very optimistic, actually, which is good. Optimistically talking themselves off ledges is what I saw for a lot of them. Mario Cristobal, obviously you're not calling for his head. It's one error. We make errors all the time in our daily lives.
Man.
But here's the error. Miami has the football.
Oh my gosh.
It is 3rd down. With 38 seconds left, you're up 20-17. Louisville has no timeouts. Folks, do the math. That game's over. You knee the ball.
Game's over.
That game's over. College football has a 40-second play clock. You knee the ball, that game is over. Miami elected to run the ball. Miami fumbled the football. 28 seconds later, Georgia Tech won the football game.
One.
Yikes. This is, in college football history, this is the largest flip of win percentage. It was a 99.99% chance of winning for Miami with 38 seconds left. 99.99% chance, and Georgia Tech won this game. Greatest margin.
There's always that
history.
0.1.
There's always that 0.01% chance.
It's ridiculous. It's literally ridiculous. Just take a knee.
You know what's crazy?
I know as a Madden player, I don't even take knees. Like I don't take knees as a Madden player. I'm always running a halfback dive or some dumb shit down the middle. But
you always know what's crazy though? Mike Norvell does this every game. Granted, he's never this close in every game. He hasn't had a game this close at the end, so it hasn't really mattered. Mike Norvell hasn't taken a kneel so far this whole season. They run the ball with this much time left every single game. It's just something he does.
Like I just said, that's my Madden strategy. What do you mean?
That's the Madden
I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to
Do
take
we-
any knees.
do we
You
think he
I'm losing
changes?
rushing yards? Hell no.
Do we think he changes? Do we think he changes this going forward?
I feel like it could be a wake up call, but also,
But also
don't change your offensive game plan if it's not part of your game plan. Like
Mike Norvell.
you do run the ball like this.
Mike Norvell's that
No,
guy.
If you want to win football games, you change your strategy.
Mike Norvell's
You
that
change
guy
that.
that backs out of coaching suggestions when it tells him to take a knee, and he's like, "Nah, Hail Mary, let's go."